Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel, and today we're in black and white, and you know what that means. It means we're going to be doing a palette bingo, but not just one palette, we're doing a little mini multi-palette bingo with two palettes. The Juvia'S mini palettes. So I've got the Sweet Pinks and the Mauves. I'm not going to bother opening them because you'll see them in the video. Plus it's black and white so you won't be able to see any of the colours anyway. But I'm going to be doing a mini palette bingo with four, well I used five. But four shades was randomly picked for me from these palettes, and this, although you can't see it, is the look that I got. I just wanted to rifle through my collection, pick out something random, something that's older, something I haven't used in a very long time that you haven't seen on my channel in a little while, and do a little palette bingo and have a little play and see what other creative things we can do with these palettes. So if you want to see what this look turned out like, stay tuned because we will be going through the full choosing of the colours and the actual tutorial of how I do this look. Just before we get into the palette bingo, my Instagram is linked down below. I post audio plus eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content if you want to go give both those a follow. Alrighty, quick, simple, easy intro. Palette bingos are always very quick and fun to film. So let us get into the actual tutorial. Okay, so let's get into our lovely palette bingo with our two little Juvia'S mini palettes. We've got our Sweet Pinks and we've got our Mauves over here. So let's try and find some nice colours. We're going to do two from each. And then I may add a fifth if I feel like I need it, but I may not. So don't bank on 5 shades, but there'll definitely be 4. So far I've just got my skin on, my bronzer on, my brows on. I don't even have eyeshadow primer on yet, but I will in a minute. And then I'll do my cheeks and everything towards the end once I know what kind of colours I'm going to be using. So let's start with the Sweet Pinks and let's see what kind of bright pinks we're going to get. I've got my random number generator. Oops, there we go. Here. And we've got it 1 to 6 because there's 6 shades in the palette. So let's see. Number 3. Okay, so number 3 is a shimmer and not the super bright pink shimmer. It's kind of softer pink shimmer. Kind of has a slight gold shimmer to it. And then our second shade is going to be number 5. Okay, another shimmer. Oh no, this is going to be like my Route 66 palette bingo from Nomad. It's going to be shimmer heavy. I need 2 shimmers now, or I need 2 mattes now. But this is the brightest pink shimmer in the palette. As you can see the difference, very shiny. So at least we know we're getting some bright shimmers for this one. Let's see what we can get from the Mauves palette. So 1 to 6 still. And let's go with number 4. Oh, number 4. Okay, 4. It's matte. Yes, we likey. It's like the mauvey matte. So it's this one here, a little bit more neutral. And then our second shade from the Mauves palette, we have got, let's hope for a dark. Let's go. Number 3. Oh, I think that is a dark one. Let me just check. Haha, yes, it is the dark one. It's the more plummy one. It's the more purpley one, where this is a bit more muted. This is the more plummy one. I think we're on to a winner here, guys. Oh yeah, that's a good colour story. That's what I'm talking about. I don't even think I need to pull in a 5th shade. Okay, I'm just thinking of what I want to do. So what I might do is a little bit of a halo with the mattes and this more neutral pink shimmer. I have 2 options. I can either do this pink on the inner corner as a pop, or maybe I just pull my own shade and break my own little rules here and go back into Sweet Pinks and maybe take this shade, this purpley magenta sort of shade, and smoke out my lower lash line with that and have a more neutral top and a more bright bottom, and then do that shimmer kind of mixed in with the mattes on the lower lash line. I think I might do that. I think that might be fun, and it's my video, my palette bingo, I make the rules. So let me go grab some brushes and prime my eyes, and then I'll come back and we can see how we get there. Okay, so we are all prepped and primed and ready to go. I've all my brushes picked out, I've the rest of my products picked out, which I'll do afterwards as well. We're going to take the Mauves palette and we're going to take that really dark shade that we got to start with. As I always do with most of my looks, I start with my darkest shade, or the shade I want to be the strongest on my eyes, which is my darkest shade, and then build from there. Taking that on a Blend Bunny B4 brush, just like a small little skinny fluffy brush. We're going to pack this on the outer corner. I'm just slowly building that shade up just so it's nice and pigmented right in that darkest point, but I'm not blending it because we have another shade to blend with, because I'm so happy I got 2 mattes. See, it's touch and go. You never know what you're going to get with a palette bingo, as my last palette bingo will prove. That I got mostly shimmers and a very, very pale matte, so I couldn't really do much else except a giant wing. But now I have a little bit more option. I'm also just popping a little bit of that on the inner corner here. I didn't necessarily mean to bring that into the crease there, it just kind of happened. But when we blend, the colour will drag through the crease a little bit. I do like to keep the crease, the middle of the crease, quite blank because it gives more of that rounded highlighted effect in the centre of the eye. And then I just use whatever shade I'm blending with to put a little bit of that colour in for some definition. Okay, so now taking our soft mauve down here, and I'm taking this on a V Cosmetics, just like a flattened fluffy brush, like it's kind of pinched. Just because it's a little bit stiffer and it'll give me a little bit more of a blend. And we're going to very slowly start building that colour along the edge of that mauvey shade. When you're blending, be precise with where you're blending. Like, I'm only going around these edges first. If I go over the whole eye, it just goes into one big mess. So just keep it nice and precise, little motions, build it up slowly. And as I get that blend going nicely, I'm just pulling a little bit of that through the crease back and forward like this. Okay, so I want to work on my lower lash line because when I do the bright pink shimmer, I want a little bit of glitter primer down, so I need my lash lines to be done, but I'm going to do my glitter primer when I do my lid. It just makes sense to do those two together. So we're going to do the lower lash line, and I'm going to use a pencil. And we're going to use an Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye pencil in the shade Tornado, which is like a really deep eggplant aubergine sort of shade. I don't know why, I think it'll actually go quite well with this, especially when I put the purpley kind of colour over it. It'll make it look a little bit more interesting. So I'm doing one eye at a time. I'm just lining the waterline, just to start. And then I'll start smudging that in between all my lashes so there's no gaps. And I'm doing one eye at a time because these set quite quickly, so I want to work very fast with them. I'm taking a BH Cosmetics Rose Gold number 8 brush, a flattened, dense, smudgy brush. We're taking that bright purple, and we are going to blow out this lower lash. So it'll just start to smudge into the liner, so it's not fully set, but it will set it as well as we go, and it will eventually dry down. But you're getting that nice gradient blend between the two shades. That's so pretty and smoky. I love that. Okay, so now taking some NYX glitter primer, taking a small little bit on the back of my hand like always, and taking another rose gold brush from BH Cosmetics. This is number 7, just your regular flat brush, and we're going to use this to apply some of the glitter primer just down the middle of the eye. And then I'm just taking a small bit and just on the inner third, or even like inner half of this lower lash line, I'm just tapping whatever's left on the brush over that. And then I've just wiped off the excess glitter primer as always, and we are going to go in with this softer shimmery pink for the lid. We're just going to press that down the middle, focusing it in the center so most of the product goes there. Because always remember, where you place your brush with product on it first is the place where the most pigment comes from. So don't start out in this corner if you don't want it to be too intense. Start where you want it to be the most intense and blend out from there once you start to get a bit less on the brush. How beautiful is that? That's so pretty. I don't even know if I remember using that shade. That's so pretty. That's why I love doing these like revisited palette bingos for like older palettes that I have, because the shades I forgot about, like I get another use out of my products on camera. You get to see more inspo with these products if you already have them. I'm just going back in now with that small little blender brush from the beginning and a little bit more of that darkest plummy shade, and just blend right beside where it meets the shimmer so you have a nice gradient. And then for our super bright pink, this one here, I'm taking this is a Friday the 13th brush from Glamlight, just a small teeny weeny little flat brush, picking up some of that, and we're going to place that over the glitter primer that's on the lower lash line. So just on that inner third or inner half of that lower lash, it's just for that nice little pop on the inner part. It's gorgeous. It's like warm pinks up top and then really cool purpley pinks down the bottom. Very fun. I might do a bright pink lip for this, I think. Okay, that is the look done. I think it's so cute. I'm going to finish off the eyes. I'm going to finish off my cheeks. Do a lip. I'll pop on a nice, I'm kind of feeling a soft lash today with this one, because I'm going to do a bright pink lip or a dark pink lip. Not too sure. But yeah, I'm excited. It's very fun. So I'm going to jump off, do all that, and I'll show you what I use on the rest of the face. Alrighty guys, so this is the finished look. I love how this turned out. I think it's so cool. The lip is a bit of a combo because I didn't really have the right colour that I wanted, so I had to kind of make the colour. But I love how it turned out. It's very cute, very pink, but a little bit grunge, as always. So let me go through everything that I used on my face. So to finish off the eyes, I went in, obviously, with the Urban Decay liner in Tornado on my waterline. You've seen that already. I then went in with my MAC Extended Play Giga Black mascara on my top and my bottom lashes, and then my lashes are the Siren Doubles from House of Lashes. One of mine is like more like regular shaped. This one is sticking up so far, and I don't know why I have to keep like doing this with them to even them out. Then on to cheeks, I went in with my Fenty Beauty Sun Stalkr bronzer in the sun to bronze up and contour my face. Then I went in with my Made by Mitchell Blursh Pressed Pod in the shade Milkshake, because I thought that'd be a really nice fun colour to go with the eyes, the pop on the lower lash line. I just think it'd be nice and cute. And then for highlight, I went in with something that has a pink iridescence to it. This is the Kaleidos Space Age highlighter in Star Surfer. It has that nice pink sheen to it. I popped that on my cheeks. I also use that as my inner corner highlight because I didn't have an inner corner highlight for this look. And then lips. This is my weird little combo. So I started off with the sleek Twist Up lip pencil in Currant. I lined my lips and I kind of filled them in a little bit with that. Then I went in with the KVD Studded Kiss lipstick in Babe, which is just like this super bright pink. And I went all over the lip with that, but it was kind of looking a bit too berryish, so I wanted to purple it up a little bit. So I went in with Cyberworld lip pencil from MAC just to add that little extra bit of purple. So that is it. That is our palette bingo with two of my mini palettes from Juvia'S Place, the Sweet Pinks and the Mauves. And it's just, I am really enjoying doing my palette bingos this way around, where I'm using older palettes or palettes that I haven't done palette bingos with instead of just forcing myself to do them. It's nice to just kind of rifle through my collection, pick out something or two things and put them together and see what kind of look we can get. And then my 2 looks on palettes are still happening, my first press is still happening, so it's not affecting any of those as well. Plus I get to relive a few memories with these palettes because I loved playing with these palettes. I love playing with all of my palettes, or most of them, and I just get to do something else with them that's on camera. I do use all my stuff like as much as I can, but on camera I only have a certain amount of time to do all this, so it's nice to add it into my schedule to do looks with some older stuff. So I want to know down in the comments below what other palettes that are in my collection that you know of do you want to see another palette bingo with, even if I've already done one, if I've never done one, just to revisit for the palette. Obviously anything that doesn't have a 2 looks on palette will have a 2 looks on palette eventually, but yeah, I'll add it to my little list. I have a list of older palettes that I maybe didn't get to do a palette bingo with, and maybe I want to do a palette bingo with, or just ones, I don't know. You let me know down below if you want to see another look with any of the palettes I currently have in my collection. If you did like this video, give me a big thumbs up down below. It's the quickest, simplest and easiest way to give me a little bit of support. Get me around more people, and also let me know that you like the video, and I will continue to do many more. And don't forget to subscribe down below to see many more videos coming. We have got more palette bingos. We have got Zodiac series. I actually just made my Leo and my Virgo palettes because I'm going to be staying in my boyfriend's house for 2 weeks because his parents are away and he'll be on his own. So I was like, let's house sit together. So I'm bringing my filming equipment. We'll be changing location again at some point, and I want to try and get all of my September and August stuff filmed, preferably in his house because it's just easier that way. And yeah, so we have all that fun stuff coming first, plus first impressions and all that jazz. And as I said in the beginning, my Instagram is linked down below, where I post all the up close eye pictures and full face pictures of all of my looks, and my TikTok is down there for a little bit of extra content if you want to go give both of those a follow. I am also on my Instagram currently in the midst of doing 100 days to Halloween. It's a challenge that I've seen on, I think it's at Halloween Happy. That's what it is, Halloween Happy. So it's like 100 days build up since the 23rd of July up to Halloween, and it's just posts on my Instagram stories, just something random that's on the list, and I will post it on my story, whatever the next prompt is. So go follow that as well to see that fun stuff. So that is it. That is another palette bingo under the belt. So I'm going to see you in the next video, guys. Bye.